The baseball world can finally breathe now. Juan Soto has finally signed. And sorry to interrupt myself immediately, but if I feel, if I sound a little bit nasally or sick, it's because I'm a little bit nasally and sick. Anyway, the baseball world can breathe now because Juan Soto has finally signed. It's the one thing that everybody was waiting to see happen this offseason before a lot of moves are made. And last year it was Shohei, who I made multiple episodes about Shohei leading up to his contract because overall I enjoy some Shohei Ohtani. And I guarantee you, in those episodes, I did not at all think that anytime soon his 10-year, $700 million contract would be surpassed because he is the only one who is, at least currently, hitting and pitching at the highest possible level. And he signed that contract, and it was mind blowing. And then we find out that he's only getting paid $2 million a year, and then in like 10 years, they'll start paying him the deferrals. So I mean, decent way to line that shit up. That's pretty good. He doesn't need to make a ton of money in the yearly salary if he doesn't want to, and he didn't. Juan Soto, on the other hand, just signed a 15-year, $765 million contract with the New York Mets. The Mets. He signed it with the Mets because they have an owner who, the closer it got, it seemed like Steve Cohen was just going to pay him whatever he needed to pay him in order to make it happen. And that's what happened. Apparently the Yankees offered 16 years, $760 million, and I personally would have gone to the Yankees. That's just me. But also, if the tide is truly turning in New York as far as baseball, because the Mets had their magical run last year. The Mets would have been a lot scarier to face in the playoffs than the Yankees. You could argue that. Because all the Dodgers could talk about is that the Padres were the hardest team that they had to play. The Dodgers, of course, also took down the Mets. I don't know where that part's going, but you know what I mean. But Juan Soto, damn good player. I drafted him first in one of my fantasy leagues this past year, and I did not regret it at all. He was incredible. His 1 year in New York was mind blowing. He had 288, 41 home runs, and 109 RBIs. 288. Did I say 288? That's what I meant to say. So, yeah, 288, 41 home runs, 109 RBIs in his one season with the New York Yankees. And now he goes to Citi Field with half of the city of New York despising him now. He has created a war in New York. He is the hero and the villain of New York. And that'll be a lot of fun when the Subway Series happens, whenever the Yankees and Mets play each other, especially if the Mets travel to Yankee Stadium. It'll be a lot of fun, and Juan Soto, he's doing that Soto shuffle. Did that Soto shuffle at Justin Verlander after he's throwing up and in on him, shuffling his feet when a pitcher throws a ball and then taking him yard. Maybe he thrives off that shit. I don't know. There's a good chance that he absolutely knew how this decision would irk the Yankee side. Apparently, the thing is, shit kept coming out about this. Like after the contract was signed, there was just constant new details and new things that were coming out about the contract. And well, this isn't about the contract, but one interesting detail is after the season ended, Soto didn't hear from any of his Yankee teammates. He didn't hear a peep from them. And apparently there's some possible thoughts of they didn't get along. I don't know. I read some shit about how him and Manny Machado didn't get along in San Diego. That's fair. Manny Machado could be a little bit disagreeable, even though he's a lot more grown up now. But it's possible. It's not the craziest thing. But I don't know. Apparently there was security guards kicked out his chef or something. You can look into that if you want. I heard it on Talking Baseball, I think. Very good podcast, by the way. Very good podcast. If you're curious where that $765 million is going, that comes out to $314,000 a game, times 162 for one season. That's insane. He makes $1.60 a second, $97 a minute, $5,840 an hour, and $140,110 a day. Multiply that times 7. Look at this math shit going on. $980,000, $980,770, excuse me. And then per game, $314,000. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you're curious where that money's going, none of that's deferred, by the way. The Shohei contract had so much deferred. And the Dodgers are doing that shit, and the Mets did not. The Mets did not at all. I'm not exactly sure if the Yankees pitch involved deferrals. I assume that if they knew that the Mets weren't doing it, then they corrected that and did not try to go that route. But I know they did offer 16 years. 16 years. Somebody could be born and then learn to drive a car during the amount of time that Juan Soto would have been signed with the Yankees if he took that deal. But no, 15 years, $765 million. If somebody will get their driver's permit, somebody will get their learner's permit from birth to Juan Soto's last year of this contract. So that's fucking crazy. Let's run through a couple more things here. What else did he get? Apparently, he got a luxury suite, 4 premium seats per game. And I heard something that there might be more, premium seats per game than that. That was unconfirmed, but at least 4 per game. That's still pretty good. Maybe that was hard to get at Yankee Stadium. And security for his family as well, which is fair. Because again, I heard some shit about a security guard at Yankee Stadium not getting along with Soto's family on 1 or 2 instances. So, again, multiple factors, many random things could have played into this decision for him. But at the end of the day, I mean, he in that press conference, he said that the Mets have a dynasty, like they're building a dynasty, all of that, whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe they are. But also, at a certain point, they are still the Mets. Just like the Jets are still the Jets. And what's another example? The Bears. And the Bears are still the Bears, Those are football teams, but you know what I fucking mean. And I'm somebody who will believe in the Mets. Like this could be the year that stereotype dies, and I hope that it is. And the thing that started to push me in that direction was this past year with the Grimace Mets, the magical run that the Grimace Mets went on this past season. I fucking loved it. I was just captured by it the whole time. Grimace jumping into the subway. He threw out the first pitch and they went on a hot streak. I mean, you can't make that shit up. I mean, it's fantastic. So, what if the Mets franchise turnaround didn't start with Juan Soto? I think it started with Grimace, personally. Does Juan Soto go to the Mets if Grimace doesn't throw out the first pitch and send them into their hot streak that then brought them to the championship series toe-to-toe with the Dodgers, and they lost? Juan Soto also lost to the Dodgers, except he lost to them in the World Series in 5 games while representing New York in the Bronx. It's very interesting. But he said that he felt like it was the best fit. He said that they're building a dynasty. They might be a lot closer than I would previously think. More power to him. Again, keep Grimace around, and I'm in. If Grimace is treated like a king at Citi Field, as he should be, I mean, he should be. I mean, you can't just let that piece of history die. Like you gotta do something. But Juan Soto could have very easily ushered in, just punctuated the new era of Mets baseball. This could be what this is. They have an owner, Steve Cohen, who actually wants to spend a fuck ton of money, unlike John Fisher, who actually just signed a contract with Luis Severino to have him in Sacramento. John Fisher still fucking sucks, though. Don't get it twisted. But Steve Cohen, somebody with infinite money, doesn't care, wants his team to be good. And that's what happened. $765 million fucking dollars. And after 2029, so Soto has an opt-out after the 5th-year option. His 5th-year option, the Mets can void that if they increase his salary to $55 million a year. And then he would make $55 million a year for the next 10 years, bringing his contract to $805 million total. Just silly money. Absolutely silly money involved here. And again, Shohei's deferred contract, he's getting $2 million a year. The rest of it he'll get in 9 years now. He'll start getting that. So it's crazy. Baseball contracts are just, there's no limit to them. I saw this oh man. I saw this YouTube comment that was actually very good. Oh yeah, okay, I found it. So this YouTube comment I saw was fantastic. It said, "Every free agent gets overpaid. That's how you land free agents." Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty fucking much. You have to overpay to get them. You're in that position of power where a bunch of teams want you. They want you to be on a good team. They want to win championships with you, all of that stuff. And then you get to be overpaid. Not at all like I'm digging at Soto, but yeah, I mean $765 million fucking dollars. It's kind of an overpay. But hey, he's a hell of a player. He's like 26. He's hit a home run in every major league ballpark. He can't play defense very well, but he can hit the hell out of the ball. And congrats to him. Congrats, Juan Soto. You have a absurd amount of money coming to you. I don't know what the signing bonus was, but I'm sure it was crazy. But yeah, congrats, dog. This one took a while to get out just because new stuff kept coming out about this. People have been writing about this since it happened. It's crazy. I feel like I was seeing something new every day. So yeah, if you listen this far, I sincerely appreciate it. There's going to be another 2 episodes this week as well, since this one was technically supposed to be a part of last week. So still expect 2 more this week. And, we're staying on that 2-week schedule. And yeah, again, I appreciate you listening. I'll be back soon enough. Always something fun to talk about. If you feel obliged to leave a rating on Apple or Spotify, I would appreciate it. If not, that's fine too. I'm gone for real. This is a good classic long Midwestern goodbye. So, for the final time, goodbye, and I will see you soon.